Welcome back, everybody. Well, it's the start of a new week, and after all that rain we had, it's nice to see the sun for a little bit. As I mentioned, while the clouds are, sort of thin, we are having a few little showers coming at us from the northwest, and you can see how it's basically coming out of the hill country and drifting southward. Now, this is not a huge thing, and it's just passing through, and I'll explain to you while it's happening, because the reason for that, going that way, is because right about here there's an interesting development of a storm that I'm going to show you in a moment. But that's the reason why this is all coming in this direction. As a matter of fact, here we are in the crossroads, and of course the Guadalupe River continues with the flood warning. But this is the shower activity that's coming in. Here's San Antonio, Pleasanton, Pearsall. A little bit heavier activity out there, but once the sun goes down, this is all going to begin to decrease. Generally speaking, it's headed in this direction, so Karnes City, maybe Beeville will get some of it, maybe even Mathis and the Rockport area. But again, this is fairly light and coming through, and by tomorrow we're going to be in a relatively dry weather pattern. In fact, about 3 or 4 days of abundant sunshine is going to help us with draining the water down and getting the river back into its banks. Of course, as they mentioned, the peak occurred today, but the crest has occurred, and now it's going to slowly be draining down. It's a little bit earlier here than down in Bloomington, because obviously the water is traveling down. So hopefully I was driving by a beautiful field of corn, Karina, and then I saw this very nice black Suburban right there by the field of corn, and I went and said, and I was driving by, I wonder, well, why they were there. They were taking pictures. No, the Suburban was stuck in the mud.
Oh no, you gotta watch out for those.
Apparently they weren't watching the news, because we talked
or
about
they would have known if they were watching
all
you, Matt.
last week. They would have known about it. But anyway, there's the situation with the river, and here is the way it went. Remember, I was running at about 6 feet, shot up to the 27 stage. It's just about here and going to be dropping down like that. So for the rest of the week, you'll see the river levels continue to drop. This next little rain thing tonight is nothing to worry about. This is quite amazing. Watch this, folks. This is the storm total beginning, I think, April the 4th. Hallettsville, 5 inches. Cuero, 4 inches. Victoria, 269. Oswell even got into the action. Edna, and this is the heaviest one I saw. Campbellton over there, I think it's 281, came in at 7 inches. So, Karina, my forecast of 4 to 6 inches of rain. Hello.
I believe you.
Let me hear it. Let me hear it.
Mac, you did it.
Little applause. Thank you. Because, it looked like 3 total days. Now, what's happening now? If you sort of watch down here, you'll see how there's a little bit of a gathering storm over the next day or so. It's going to be affecting Louisiana. No major problems for us, but because it's over there, it's going to give us a dry northwest wind. We're on the back side of it, and therefore a couple of really nice days coming up for the coastal bend and all of the crossroads as well. Up here, we watch the next storm system. Yes, another frontal system. When does it get here? Looks like Saturday. So we're going to say on the mild and sunny side all the way through Friday. Then the frontal system comes in with a little bit of rain, and then we cool down, believe it or not, as we get into the weekend. That's your 7-day forecast. Just reminding everybody that we have a QR code that you want to scan. And if you scan that with your phone, you put Crossroads Today on your desktop, and we'll be able to send you whatever bulletins are necessary in terms of weather, news, and sports. And we'll toss it back to Cuddy.